Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I like to do quick sketches of people. So a couple of days ago, I was scrolling through Pinterest for some inspiration and I came across 3 really interesting pictures and I immediately thought I needed to draw them. I will include the photos in this video so you can see the original too. Lately, I've been a lot into quick sketches and studies with just basic materials. For the past couple of months, I've done a lot of finished pieces, so I needed a bit of just practice time in my sketchbook. And these 3 photos of a woman playing guitar and 2 other dancing just seem perfect to put together in one spread. I started sketching with a polychromo pencil, which I thought fit the vibe of these reference pictures. I'll use the color 169 Caput Mortem. I started pretty basic with a couple of lines to just get the overall pose down, and then as I go I add more and more details. After the basic lines for the pose or gesture, I go with basic shapes. I don't focus too much on every single detail like nose or fingers, but I put basic 3D shapes or planes down, and after that I start filling in the details like facial features and so on. I will do a video on how I do figure drawings more in depth, but for this video I just wanted to show you how quick you can do these sketches if you simplify things and not have the pressure of making a perfect piece of art. These studies are there to learn and get better. They should look like sketches and not finished paintings that look realistic. This is the type of sketch you would do, for example, if you're outside sketching people in real life, moving and quickly changing pose. In that case, you wouldn't focus on making your drawing look exactly like your reference. You just want to quickly catch the person or pose. These kind of drawings will train your eyes to focus only on the important bits and pieces. Also, while doing these kind of sketches, don't try to force a particular style. Maybe you've seen someone else's sketches and you want to draw just like them. You have to draw naturally and your own style will evolve from that. I know we all want to have a particular style and get recognized by it, but you already have your own style right now. You develop it by being you and practicing a lot. Also, your style will change so many times throughout your life, so focus on learning as much as you can, and most important, have fun while sketching. So if you're on location sketching real people, you have to be quick, so you also need materials that are quick to use and easy for you to take around with you and set up. I like doing these kind of sketching exercises with limited supplies and colors. I used a couple of Ecoline markers and some Ahuhu markers. Both are water-based markers. Markers are a good way to quickly put down colors. After that, I went over and added details with a limited amount of colored pencils. I tried using the same color palette throughout the whole spread, just to limit the amount of supplies I was using. I didn't put in every little detail I saw in the picture into my drawings, for example the floral patterns in the dresses and so on. These sketches were all to practice poses. Also for me, I've noticed that the more loose I sketch and the more I simplify things, the better and natural it looks. For example, the dresses of these ladies, I didn't draw every fold like it is in the pictures, because it will end up looking stiff and it will take forever. Instead, I just scribbled lines here and there to suggest the folds and creases in the dresses. Just make sure the lines go in the right direction. For example, where the leg is lifting, you will do the line work according to that to give the feel that there is an actual leg underneath all that fabric. If you don't have a lot of experience drawing, I would suggest you sketch out the whole body first and then sketch the dress on top to have the right proportions. Maybe you should start with people wearing less clothes as reference, so you can see the whole body shape and learn that first. But since I feel confident on where to place the legs, for example, without all the extra step, I skipped that part. But you can see me kind of sketching imaginary lines, so to measure where things have to go. I will go more into detail in a separate video where we will be focusing on drawing and sketching clothes. For the second lady, I noticed in the initial sketch that the face was a bit wonky, and so I fixed it with a darker colored pencil later on, but unfortunately my camera turned off, so I lost that bit of footage. Anyways, you can see in the drawings all of the sketching layers. You can clean it up if you like to, but I prefer keeping it that way. Yes, you can see the mistakes, but it adds more interest to your sketches. At least for me it does. It also helps me figuring out where I made a mistake, so I can learn from that and I can look back at it as well. I had to correct the arms and hands quite a bit because I placed them a bit off. Try to keep your sketches light so you can adjust your mistakes while you're drawing. If you press too hard right from the beginning with your pencil, you will end up with a mess of lines. Only go darker with the final line work. These sketches aren't perfect by any means, but this is very good practice. The more you do of these, the better you will get at simplifying things and sketching more accurate quick. Also, these don't take a lot of time to do, just a couple of minutes each. Especially the coloring part doesn't have to be very accurate. You see how quick I put down basic colors with my markers. I didn't add any shadings, just quick studies. The most time consuming part is the overall sketch of the pose. Overall, I love the vibe of the spread. The reference I chose are very fun to sketch. There is a lot of movement in these sketches, and since I like making my sketchbook pages more aesthetically pleasing, I added a couple of background elements that fit the vibe. You don't have to do that, but for me this had a flamenco vibe, so I searched for flamenco guitar notes and I decided to add that to the background, adding more flowiness and movement to these pages, giving it that music vibe. I also decided to do some lettering in the end. I will be doing a lot more of these quick sketchbook spreads and share it with you guys. If you'd like to see that, leave a like or a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and see you guys in my next video. Bye guys, have a nice day.